The streets of the city are silent. Not the silence of peace, but the heavy, suffocating silence of a city under siege. For weeks, maybe months, the enemy has surrounded the walls, cutting off every supply line, every trickle of hope. The once bustling markets are now just empty squares, littered with debris and the ghosts of happier times. Homes stand abandoned, their doors agape, as if sighing a final, weary breath. Here and there, figures move like shadows in the perpetual twilight cast by the high city walls. They are gaunt, their clothes hanging loosely on frames withered by hunger. Their steps are slow, deliberate, conserving what little energy remains. Each face is a mask of despair. Eyes hollowed out by a gnawing emptiness that has long since devoured any spark of life. The city is a tomb, and its people are the walking dead. There is no sound of children playing, no merchants hawking their wares, no murmur of conversation. The only sounds are the whisper of the wind through desolate alleyways and the distant, mocking calls of the besieging army. Every day is a slow, agonizing crawl toward an inevitable end. The initial panic has long since faded, replaced by a dull, constant ache of hunger that sharpens the senses and dulls the soul. Inside a darkened room, a woman stares at an empty clay pot. Her hands tremble, not from cold, but from weakness. The last of the grain was gone days ago. The donkey's head, once considered unclean, became a luxury, sold for an exorbitant price. Even the most desperate scavenged scraps have vanished. Now there is nothing, absolutely nothing. The bonds of community, of family, of basic human decency are stretched to their breaking point. This isn't a story of glorious last stands or heroic charges. This is the quiet horror of starvation. It's the slow erosion of everything that makes us human. Morality becomes a luxury when survival is the only currency. Neighbor looks at neighbor not with compassion, but with a terrifying calculation. The air is thick with tension, an unspoken question hanging in the suffocating stillness. What will we do when there is truly nothing left? The king, wrapped in sackcloth beneath his royal robes, walks the city wall. He sees the same desperation in the faces below that he feels in his own heart. He hears their pleas, their cries that have turned from prayers to curses. A woman's shriek pierces the silence, a story so horrific it shakes him to his core. A promise broken, a pact of unimaginable desperation. It is a story born from the very depths of human suffering, where mothers are forced to make choices that shatter the soul. The king's grief turns to rage. He tears his robes, revealing the sackcloth of mourning to the horrified onlookers. He looks for someone to blame, a target for his agony. His fury lands on the prophet, the man of God. "May God deal with me, be it ever so severely," he roars. If the head of Elisha, son of Shaphat, remains on his shoulders today, it's a cry of a man pushed beyond his limits, a king who has watched his people waste away, a leader who can no longer bear the silence of heaven. In this grim reality, there are no sudden miracles, no beams of divine light piercing the oppressive grey sky. There is only the slow, grinding decay of a city and its people. The stillness is not peaceful. It is the stillness of death. Each shadow seems to lengthen, to deepen, swallowing what little light remains. The ancient stones of the city seem to weep, absorbing the sorrow of generations. This is the weight of history, the brutal truth of what happens when hope is extinguished and humanity is left alone in the dark. This account, a stark and haunting portrait of desperation, is found in the second book of Kings, chapter 6. It serves as a powerful reminder of the depths to which humanity can fall and the profound need for a hope that transcends our darkest circumstances. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, consider subscribing to our channel for more deep dives into the powerful narratives of the past.